I will walk you through the process of choosing the basic work skirts that I think are essential in every woman's closet. These basic steps should help you when choosing or shopping for a new work attire. They are universally flattering and handpicked to make sure they match in style and the color palette with the rest of the closet. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I really like to understand why we dress the way we dress, why we wear what we wear, what are the essentials, and how to frame a good looking outfit. Really understand the reason behind all those elements that make it in the first place. And make no mistake, there is a blueprint behind every polished look, and at the end of the day, I think we all try to look our best. I prioritize comfort and of course quality as much as one can afford, and femininity. I do have chapters posted down below, so if you want to skip right through to the steps, you can go ahead and do that. However, I'm hoping you're going to stay along with me and just really try to understand the reason behind it. Unfortunately, casual now means pushing the boundaries as far as we can and introduce leggings and jeans in a work environment. Comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are about making a video with this content, with keeping in mind casual outfits in the workplace, and what really is appropriate and is not appropriate. Yes, we are in 2022, and unfortunately, skirts and dresses, I see them being used more as an accessory for Halloween or at a special event, not as everyday wear. Monday through Thursday, I wear skirts or dresses, and Friday to fit in, because I know it's a casual Friday culture. I wear jeans most of the times. I do prefer slacks or fitted trousers. Even those I wear with pumps and a blazer on top and a button shirt. So casual to me means something very different than what I see my coworkers wear. My goal is for women to wear more skirts and dresses. I know it's such a big goal, but growing up, I don't believe I've ever seen my mother wear pants. And I remember as a little girl, I couldn't wait to be an adult so that I could wear the same and recreate those outfits and wear dresses all day and nice beautiful coats and little pumps with mini kitten heels or, high heels. As a little girl, I always wanted to wear heels because you're not allowed to, right? I was always looking forward to look like an adult. Now that I am an adult most days, it makes me really sad because I feel incredibly isolated when I try to wear a dress at work or recreate a classic tailored look. There's this ongoing unacceptance of women who do wear dresses or skirts at work, and I think we need to change the narrative on that. I know there's a really big community out there of women that feel the same way that I do. So to those women, I want to say, keep going, don't give up, and let's support each other. The femininity that comes with skirt and dresses is becoming a lost art. For those women who have the same concepts and the same beliefs about what makes you feel you, and if femininity is part of it, and if femininity means to use skirts and dresses, then more power to you. You are the reason why I created this channel, so thank you for your support. I also understand that adapting our activities to our outfits is very important, and especially now, especially in 2022, when women are doing all sorts of jobs that perhaps 50, 60 years ago they weren't doing. I know there are women out there who literally work on a farm, for example, and still want to be feminine by wearing a dress, and they don't want the environment to define for them what they can and can't wear. So to those women, more power to you. I think I have it easy because I work in an office. It's not that hard. It's important to challenge what society tells us, especially if society is leading us in a direction that we're not necessarily agreeing with. And lastly, to women out there who didn't have a feminine role model growing up, but have been exposed to it and would like to try it, even just for fun, know that you're not alone. A whole community out there of women, and it's okay to learn new things. It's okay to explore on your own. And I really hope you find my channel helpful in that regard. You see, I believe that skirts and dresses are so much more flattering on a woman's body than pants. They are much more forgiving and comfortable and make you look apart because they make you look like an adult. dressing for your age, not only that it's appropriate, but it also makes you look more presentable. It increases your confidence, and people will start looking at you differently in a good way. They're going to start respecting you more and perhaps be more in alignment with your goals. Unless you live in a tent in the woods by yourself, which I don't condemn, by the way. I'm a big camper. You're living in society, and in society you have goals. You want that extra promotion, you want the next step, you want to reach your next target. So this is one of those ways that will get you there. People will take you more seriously and your voice is heard. You stand out from the crowd. If you already have that, then well done. You have to keep it up. Starts with the legs. Ladies, if you haven't seen my video, The Secret to Attractive Legs, I highly recommend it. It was the first video I ever made on this channel, so please be kind. It will give you the tool that you need to wear skirts and dresses all year round, regardless of the season, and still look attractive. There are 4 attributes you should look for when picking a skirt. It's the shape, the fit, the color, and the material. So I'm going to go over each of these elements for you. The first step you want to consider when looking for a skirt is the shape. You want the shape to be A-line or straight. These 2 shapes are very flattering universally across most body shapes. They are very elegant and comfortable. One of the reasons why I think skirts or dresses are extremely flattering is because if you do it right, it can hide a lot of things, not because you want to hide things, but most of the time I feel like outfits look bad, not because of the outfit itself, but because other little details that we're not considering. So for example, let's look at a top. If you take the top and it doesn't fit you correctly and it's too tight, you're going to start seeing bra lines and digging in and side strips. It might be see-through. All of a sudden you're seeing your underwear. All these are the factors go into it. Second is the fit. You want it to be not stretchy, but rather tailored, a little bit on the loose side. So I recommend sizing up if you can, because remember, this is a tailored fit. So the material is not stretchy and you want a little bit of wiggle room. So I recommend leaving 1 inch at your waistline, and it's easily going to be covered if you tuck in a blouse or a button shirt or even a thinner sweater. It can nicely sit on your waistline, leave you a little bit of room for wiggle. And when you walk, it should increase on you. Let's not forget that you also want to sit down at one point. So you don't want that to be very constraining and uncomfortable. And then you're going to have lunch and then you're going to enjoy yourself. So I think I mentioned it at least once in every video that comfort is a really big factor in all the outfits that I pick, and you don't want to be miserable, right? So keep that in mind. 1 inch. I recommend even sizing up if you can. However, make sure you're not going to lose it. So when it sits on your waist, when you walk around, make sure it sits tight on the hips and there's a little bit of room on your waistline and it drapes around nicely. So for the color, you want monochrome, which is 1 color. Again, we're talking about basics here. And you want to make sure that color fits the majority of the color palettes in your own closet. You don't want to recreate looks. You want a staple in your wardrobe. For this particular reason, my first pick would be a black skirt because it goes with everything. Second choice would be a navy one because it's still dark, it's still conservative, but it's not too professional looking, especially when paired with a white blouse or a button shirt. And I know that's the classic timeless professional look. I absolutely love it. However, I think society's not ready for that right now. So if you can find something in between, what I try to do to tone it down a little bit on the professional side, I take my navy skirt and I put in a little top, a plain top, of course, monochrome, thin sweater if possible, or even just a plain cotton one or boat neck. Tuck it in nicely. There is room because remember we talked about leaving a little bit of wiggle room. Navy is actually my top pick for my own wardrobe because most of my clothes in my closet are either black or navy for work, and it goes with everything. It's a beautiful color. It's very relaxing. It's professional, yet not on overstating any professionalism. I also recommend picking a light shade such as beige, not white. White would be a little bit too scary for me because you're going to a workplace for an entire day. Stains happen and I would hate to have an office fail. I've had them. For this particular reason, I have spare clothes in my car. So I don't recommend the white. Even having a white blouse is a little bit scary sometimes, but some of my other videos have talked about tips that I recommend for when you're bloated, perhaps after lunch, or you get stained, is to keep a cardigan or a jacket at work. And that's your backup in case there's an emergency and something happens. So going back to the color of the skirt, a light shade would be a beige or some neutral tone. This has to, again, go with the palette shades in your closet. So if you wear a lot of browns and neutrals, this would kind of go with that. If you don't wear browns or beiges or any of those tones, perhaps a light gray skirt would work as well. And lastly, the material. The skirts have to be lined. Tailored, fit, and lined. Very, very important. I can't highlight enough. The material has to be non-iron if possible. This is not the first choice that I would go for because I just never looked at this. However, I've been very, very lucky in the past. Depending on where you work, there are specific brands that focus on work attire. So here in the United States, for example, one of my favorite ones is Calvin Klein and Attire. They have very nice, clean lines that are elegant, tailored, and just simply timeless. Each one of those dresses or skirts have been washed for a very, very long time, and I'm still wearing them. They're still going. So if you want to look at it as an investment, that's an understatement. They will last you for a very long time. So when you're looking at something, and I'm telling you right now, it's been over 10 years that I've been wearing it, following trends is completely irrelevant to me. And to my point, if you're picking something classic and elegant, it will outlast trends and decades. Another reason why you want your skirts and dresses to be tailored is because it provides coverage and it doesn't get all scrunched up between your legs. So there's nothing worse than doing a catwalk at your work and you know you have a lot of eyes on you. Your skirt is all scrunched up in your crotch and you have to pull it out. That completely defeats the purpose of looking put together. And ask me how I know this. And finally, if you do find a skirt that you really, really like and it's not lined, it's not the end of the world. However, you want to make sure that it's made out of a pretty thick material, thick enough that it would hold its own shape. If you enjoyed this content, then let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and if you'd like to see a more casual version of skirts. I believe dresses will be coming up shortly, and I will see you very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye!